Okay, today in our neighborhood, we are supposed to hang up pictures of a flower in our window so that our kids can go and do a little scavenger hunt. So I thought it would be fun to show how to do some different types of flowers. So today we're just going to use paper and a permanent marker and markers, and I'm just going to show you two different ways of doing flowers. So the first one that we're going to do is just do a rose. So you're just going to want to start with a circle, and it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Usually roses aren't really that circular, so it doesn't matter if it's a perfect circle or not. And then you're just going to go in and you're going to draw a line down on one side of your circle. You're going to just draw a line down, and you'll want to keep it kind of off to the side more, not right in the middle. And then you're going to go and you're going to take where that line ended, you're going to come up just a little bit and draw a line off to the other side. Then you're going to turn your paper and you're going to do the same thing. Where that last line ended, you can come up and do the same thing and connect that line. And then again, turn your paper, and we're just going to keep doing the same thing. So that last line that we drew can't come in just a little bit, and you're going to draw another line. And we want to just keep alternating. And this is a very simple way of just making a rose. And you can keep going until you get how you like it. Then what you can do is, again, we'll do another one right over to the side. I'm going to draw another circle, and the same thing. Draw a line down, a line over, and we're going to turn and just keep doing the same thing over and over again. But this time, instead of taking it across to the other side, I've kind of made it to the side to just alternate where that line comes. And just keep turning and rotating, turning, rotating. Okay, then we're going to do another one just over here. Same thing. Draw a line down, start from that side, and then rotate. Start where that line down was and go up. And then again, this time I decided not to put it over here just to make it look a little more different than the rest, but it doesn't matter. Technically, you just want those folds and those layers. Okay, now usually with flowers, when you're doing a flower arrangement, you always want to keep it an odd number. So you could stop it here, or you could add more and more, but you want to keep it to be an odd number. So I'm going to go ahead and stop, and I'm just going to make some leaves. Just simple squiggly lines This would be a good activity to do if you want to have your kids make a Mother's Day card or anything like that. And if you want, then you can stop here. You could just do one big rose. You could do, small ones. I'm going to add another leaf right here because I feel like it was a little too symmetrical there. You can also just add little flowers, little dots, just to add a little bit of more colors to your picture. Then you're going to want to go through and just take your marker and just start coloring in. And again, you can either do it all one color, or if you want, you can kind of just do an outline of one color. Like so. And then we're going to come back in with maybe a little bit of a different color just to kind of add some blending to this, just so it looks not as plain. Then I'm going to make this darker in the side. And then do the same for each one. This time I'm starting with just the second color, just the normal red. And then I'm going to go around the outside a little with the darker. And just the edges. And then have the flower go in darker on the inside. You can just see different techniques of how you want to blend these. Just to add some different colors. Always makes it look a little more fun. And then again, we're going to do this one. Do the same thing. And you can keep your roses the same color. You can do different colors. But this is a really super easy way of doing some roses. Then if you want to go in, I'm just going to do some little blue flowers here, little blue dots. And again, come in with maybe a lighter blue. forgot, I somehow missed these, so I'm just gonna add those in. And then with your leaves again, I'm gonna use kind of a darker green. And do one side a little bit more darker. And then again, same process. We're just gonna go in with another marker to just add some colors. So we have that, and then I'm gonna go in with a different green. And add some color to just fill that color in. And there you have it. That is one way that you can do roses. Okay, another way that you can do flowers that I'm gonna show you how to do today is very simple, and you can actually do this with acrylics, or you can do this in watercolor, or I'm just gonna do it in marker, but I may do an acrylic flower one another time just because they're fun to do. But we're just gonna start with any color that we want, and you're just gonna make a circle. And you're gonna just do a spiral out, spiral circle, and pretty much that is it. If you want to make it a little bigger, you can add another kind of loops around, but you're just gonna do some spirals, and then you're gonna stop. And just keep adding kind of so that you like, if you till you like it. If you think that you want it to be a little bit bigger, add another layer on. That's pretty much it. Now I'm going to show you some different ways that you can make these a little bit more interesting. So you can always come in and do another color and add a spiral inside of it. And that way it makes it look a little more interesting, a little more exciting. You can also add little dots in the middle like seeds. And you can even add kind of a, with your thinner color, you can add a little bit of a leaf. Behind it, or not a leaf, I guess, a kind of like a frilly petal. That's what I was thinking. Not leaf. We haven't done any leaves yet. Okay, and then I'm going to show you, I showed you how to do a rose very easily. I'm going to show you how to do that same type of rose, but how you can make it just a little bit fancier. You're going to start again with a circle. You're gonna do one line down. From that bottom line, you're gonna go over, same thing. That side, you're gonna go over, and you're just going to do exactly what we did on the other one, but then this time, then we're gonna take and just do a squiggly line on the outside, and a squiggly line on the outside, and there we have a little bit more of a fancier rose. And I'm gonna add a couple more roses here. So we're gonna do another circle, a line down, a line over, and then a little bit of a squiggly line, squiggly line, squiggly line. And once again, we're gonna do another one over here. Oh goodness, I did it the wrong way. The line down this way, over, over, in. And then the squiggly lines on the outside. Now, usually in flower arrangements, we do odd, so I'm gonna add one more. And I think it's gonna be, I'm trying to decide where I want it, but I'll do, you can even, I'll show you another way, you can even kind of do a round circle to start with, but make it a little more wiggly, and then do kind of a wiggly line down, and do it a little bit. And that will make it more look like even a more realistic rose. Okay, so I'm liking what I have here. And again, kind of the same technique that we did with these other flowers is I'm just gonna kind of go in and make some lines. This time I'm not gonna fill them all in. I'm just going to make some lines to kind of, so there's still some white in there, but there still is some different color in it, so it's not all white. And again, if you want to fill these all in, you can fill these on all in a different color, but here's just a simpler way to do this. Then what we want to do is draw some stems. Oh, I was going to show you one other way to do that's fun to do a rose is if you want to do one from kind of a different angle, you kind of use both of these concepts. So you start with kind of a squiggly line out, then you stop, and then you make this kind of wiggly line on the outside, and then you kind of bring the lines down to make it look like a little bud. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do one maybe down here as well. So just a squiggly line out, and then a wiggle, and then a bud. Do kind of the bottom, and again we're just gonna do these lines. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and just take these stems and bring them down. close as I can to that one. Make sure that you have them all in together, and then you can just add some little leaves here and there. And try to just put your leaves so that it looks like they're sporadic. Kind of filled in. And then again, I'm just gonna take, this time I'm gonna take my skinnier side or skinnier one and just kind of fill those in with just some, almost just like scratches on there. But again, if you want to fill them all in, you can fill them all in. And there you have it. There is a set of flowers that are super easy to do as well. Thanks for watching, and make sure that you send me pictures of your work. I'd love to see them.